Good. So, welcome yourself by finding a comfortable sitting pose. And you may want to start sitting up a little higher on a bolster or pillow. And as we begin this class, have your pillow around as well as a blanket around. I'm going to grab my blanket too. So having a bolster or a pillow and a folded blanket. The pillow is just extra, so it's okay if you don't have it. And if you have yoga blocks, have those nearby too, because sometimes that can be a really helpful prop to have around. Good. Sitting comfortably, shoulders circle. Tune into your breath. Good. Now we're muted. And welcome yourself to the space around you. Welcome yourself to your practice, to your mat. Notice the naturally arising cycle of breath. There is no wrong or right way to breathe here. Bring your hands together and rub them together at the center. And bring your hands to your ankles. Just to warm up the spine, round the spine back, tuck the chin in, tuck the tailbone underneath you. Inhale as you arch the lower back, lift the chest. Exhaling as you come back. Inhale as you bring it forward. Keep moving. I have to do something. Okay. Keep moving with your breath. This creates a sense of the breath acting almost like a pump throughout the body. Awesome. Come back to the top. Back to a neutral spine. Switch which foot is closer into your hips. You may want to kind of rock, nestle your hips into your bolster or your blanket or the mat. And then begin to circle the belly around. Draw a circle. Slowly uncrinkling. An awesome way to warm up the spine and the hips. When you are ready, reverse directions. Belly button traveling around the equator. Breath along for the ride. Coming back to the top, to center. Bring your ear to the shoulder and the chin down to the chest. Ear to the other shoulder. And then stretch up and back like a rainbow. Circle through the neck. So that when you're circling back, instead of crunching the neck back, keep the chest open and the neck long. And when you're ready, reverse direction. Good. One more. Come up to the top. And roll your shoulders back and down. All right. Stretch the legs out wide. Toes up. And sink forward halfway. Chin to the chest, hands to the floor. And let yourself rest down here, hinging from the hips. As you lean forward, bring the shoulders back together and onto the back, and lift up the heart center. Even as you tuck the chin in, breathing into your edge. Good. Lift up a little bit higher. Still lean forward. Bring the hands onto the legs. Begin to move from side to side. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. All right. Changing it up into a bounce. Bouncing down the middle and each side. Exhale, inhale. In and out through the nose if you can. All right, coming to the middle. Breathe in deeply. Let it all out. Hold the breath at the exhale. Exhale out a little more. Inhale, roll up. Exhale into your alignment. Bring your feet back in to a sitting pose again. And bring the hands, well, let's stretch them up. And then bring the hands to the shoulders. Thumbs in the back, fingers in the front. Nice, slow. Begin to twist from side to side. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Close your eyes. Feel into the space at the center of your forehead. All right, slow down, come back to center. Stretch the arms out and lift the arms up. Exhale out to the heart. Breathe here. As you sit here with your hands at the heart, consider an intention for today's class. A way you wish to feel or a path you intend to take. That intention, whether that intention has words or is feeling, you wish, bow to that intention. Now, move into your tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, as best as you can. And plug into your fingertips. Stretch the feet up and circle and stretch the toes and the ankles. Bring the feet back down. Move into a simple cat and cow. Exhale, draw the belly up. Inhale, draw the belly down, looking up to the sky. And looking down into your own chest. taking a little break back into child's pose. Hips back, arms stretch forward. And if you wish to have your pillow, you can have a pillow on your lap. Or out in front of you. You may also have a pillow underneath your hips. Use whatever modifications you may need in order to feel most comfortable here. And if none of these modifications feel right to you, you can skip out of child's pose and just find an easy sitting pose, or even come onto your back with your knees into your chest. Those are all options. On your inhale, simply bring the chest and the hips forward. Move whatever props you have underneath you. We're going to move onto our belly. Let's see if I can move my puppy dog. Zuma. So move onto your belly. Might have a difficult time getting here. So on your belly, rest the hips down and rest your arms back behind you. And then bring your legs wide with the heels closer together than the toes. So we're going to a little hip stretch. If you wish, you can also open your arms out to the sides. Or stretch the arms out in front of you. If you have one cheek on the ground, switch to the other cheek. Alternatively, you could be on your back here instead of your belly. All right. So in this, if you are on your belly, bring your hands underneath the shoulders and bring the legs back into neutral. And then a little closer together, toes touching. Connect your pubic bone gently and powerfully into the floor. With an inhale, begin to lift your head and your neck and your chest up, looking upwards. Exhale as you bow forward. Moving with your breath. And the next time you are lifted, stay lifted, lower one shoulder and look over the other shoulder. Come back to center. Exhale, drop the other shoulder and look over the top one. Come back to center. And relax back down. Bring your hands down. Good. Lift up the feet. And without actually touching the feet, reach your hands back, lifting up the chest, shoulders back. And then lift up both knees. That's the extra difficult part. So see where you are today. Maybe the knees are on the ground. Good. This is a version of your bow pose. With an exhale, release back down. Good. We're going to go into that again. So going into that again, bend the knees, feet up. With an inhale, stretch the arms back, lift up the chest. Breathe here. Lift up the knees if you can. With an exhale, bring it back down. All right, one more. Bend the knees. Breathe in, stretch the arms back. Lift the knees up. Shine the heart forward as you breathe here. With an exhale, release back down. Good. Just resting. Good. And slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders, legs together. Inhale, lift the chest up and bring the elbows down so that the shoulders are over the elbows and palms are flat. Press the tops of the feet into the ground so that the kneecaps lift. Feel that lift throughout your heart and all the way through the spine. This is Sphinx pose. Find a place to gaze at. Remembering your intention for today. Good. Connect the knees back into the floor. Slowly press up and walk the arms back into a child's pose. Or you can come into puppy dog with the toes underneath the heels and hips back. Puppy dog can also allow for you to walk the arms forward a little farther so that the hips are higher up. You can also come into a downward facing dog to take off pressure on the knees. Coming into an upside down, V, or triangle. From wherever you are, make your way into a forward fold. Hips point up to the sky, crown of the head points down. Little bend in your knees. Relax the torso. Connect the feet down. Slowly roll up the back. into your alignment. In your alignment, feet are underneath you. Good. Little bend in the knees. Notice the hips over the feet and the tailbone tucked ever so slightly underneath you. Bring one hand to your lower belly, the other hand to your lower back on your tailbone. With your exhale, bend the knees, send the tailbone down and slightly underneath you. On an inhale, send the tailbone up, stretch the knees, and lift the heart and the toes, shoulders back. On the exhale, tailbone comes down and underneath you. Inhale as you lift the tailbone up. Slight arch in the back. Lift the toes and the chest. So moving with the breath, exhale down and under. And inhale up, arch, and stretch the toes. Find your cycle of breath, your rhythm that works for you. And after a round, switch your hands. The other hand comes to the back. Come back to neutral spine, release the hands. And find a point to gaze at in front of you. And lean over to one side Balance, lift up one foot, bring the knee up, and stretch the leg forward. Bend the knee, and then send the foot back like you're punching into the wall behind you. Your hands may want to stay on your hips. Bring the leg forward again and down. Good. Lean over to the other side. Lift up the left leg or the other leg. Stretch the foot forward. Bend the knee. Send the foot back. Bring the foot forward again, or knee forward. And down. Good. With the feet a little wide here, just circle the hips. And reverse your direction. Good. Stretch the arms up to the sky. Lift the heart up. And swan dive down. And relax down. With a bend in the knees, bring the knees back down to the floor and come into a laying position on your back. And have whatever you'll want for Shavasana nearby. Bring both knees into the chest. Hugging them in. Begin to rock from side to side if you aren't already. And then stretch the feet and the arms up. Flex the hands and the feet. Inhale. Exhale and point. Now bend the knees and bring them wide. Hold on to your feet, your shins, or your knees. And bring the knees down and out to the sides. Wide hips. You can rock from side to side. Whatever feels good. This is happy baby pose. Your happy baby. And it will look and feel different to each person, maybe to each day. Now, release the feet and stretch them out. And to end, inhale, bring the right knee up. Exhale, and using that right arm, press the leg over into a twist. On an inhale, bring the knee back into the chest. Exhale the leg down. Inhale the left. Exhale, use the left arm, press, lean over. Inhale back to center. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over. Inhale back. Exhale, leg down. Moving with your breath. One more on each side. And find a comfortable resting pose. If you'd like to have your lower legs elevated, you can put your bolster or pillow underneath you. And you may want to have your blanket on top of you. Having the blanket over top is a way to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. That signals your body that you are in a safer place to rest and digest. feel into and sense into where your body touches the ground. Sense your breathing flowing in and out. Sensing the temperature of your breath. Sensing into the naturally arising cycle of breath. Sense into the fingers and the toes. Into your face. Feel the tongue relax, throat. Breathing in. Releasing tension on the exhale. Relax. Rest the eyes back in the socket. slowly. Deepen the breath. Move just a little through your hands, feet, and face. Thank you for taking care of yourself today. You may wish to thank yourself for taking care of yourself today. When you feel ready, deepen your stretching. Move any way it feels good to you. And when you're ready, come over onto one of your sides, resting your head on the arm. And then press and stretch up. In your seat, notice how you feel here. When you are ready, you can stretch your arms out. Lift the arms up. Bring the hands down. You may say with me, after me this ending blessing. May this practice bring you peace. And may we share this peace with the world. Namaste. Mm. Thank you for practicing with me today.